Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you part 2 of the My Biggest Mistakes as an Early Entrepreneur series. We've got a lot to get through today, so let's get right into it. The first mistake that I want to share with you today in this video is around mindset. Have you ever gone to want to do something and it's completely out of your comfort zone and you think, I'm just not ready? Maybe you've got an offer or a product that you want to put out there, but you just think it's not ready yet, it's not perfect. This was my biggest mistake, feeling like I was never ready. And I felt like this because I was completely out of my comfort zone. There are so many things that I really held myself back because I felt I wasn't ready. I felt like I wasn't perfect. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever felt the same? Have you ever felt like it's just not perfect yet, it's just not ready? That is definitely one of the biggest mistakes I made. But a tip that I want to give you if you are feeling like this right now to really help you navigate it, one question that I ask myself even to this day, when I feel like I'm just not ready, ask yourself this question: what do I need to do in order to be ready? My biggest advice I want to give you is you are ready right now. If you weren't ready, then this idea that you have, this thing that you want to do or try, it wouldn't even be on your radar. You might not feel ready, but you are ready. And if you don't feel ready, ask yourself those questions. What do you need to do in order to be ready? Or what do you need to feel ready inside? How many times have you decided not to do something because you already know the outcome? This is a mistake that I made very, very early on in my journey, and it took me years in order to get out of this habit. Every time I would go and do something, let's take for example, whenever I would create a program, I would really hold myself back from fully putting it out there, fully sharing it with all of the excitement. I knew that I've got a really great program and I know that there are so many people that my program would help, but I convinced myself, first of all, no one would want it, no one would like it, no one would buy it. I had no idea this would be the outcome. And in fact, it wasn't. But because I felt so nervous, so far from feeling confident in myself and my own worth, I really convinced myself, no one's gonna like it, no one's gonna want it, no one's gonna buy it. And so what does this do? Well, it stopped me from really showing all of the amazing benefits and everything that my audience will be able to do once they've gone through the program with me. I knew it was an amazing offer. I knew it was an amazing program and I knew that it could really help people. But because of my beliefs, because of my mindset, because of my lack of confidence, I self-sabotaged myself. I convinced myself I knew the outcome before I even put it out there. That is a massive mistake that I made, and I know so many others have made the same mistake too. But it doesn't mean that it has to define your future. It doesn't mean that just because one program didn't go the way you wanted it to, it doesn't mean that every program or offer that you create after that one, it doesn't mean that it's going to have the same outcome or the same result. You won't know what the outcome will be until you put it out there. You won't know that people will want it, will like it, and will buy it. You won't know until you put it out there and invite them to come forward. So my tip for you, if you are feeling like this right now, if you are thinking that you've got these amazing offers or products or services and you're just struggling to put them out there because you feel like no one's going to want them, ask yourself this question: do you actually know that to be true? Probably not. You won't know whether people will want it, will like it, or will buy it until you put it out there. So let me know in the comments below, what is one of your services or products or offers that you have that you know will really help somebody? Let me know in the comments below what it is, who it helps, and what it does. Another mistake that I want to share with you today is spending too much time on social media. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, I've got an online business, you might have an online business, so of course we're going to have to spend a lot of our time online. But when I mean spending too much time on social media, I mean scrolling. I mean looking at everyone's Instagram stories, looking at everyone's TikToks, looking at what they're sharing in their content, and feeling like you should be doing the same, feeling like you need need to start creating better quality content, feeling like you need to create content that they are creating or showing up in the way that they're showing up. This can really have such a knock-on effect on your confidence, because when you're constantly looking at what other people are doing, you ultimately pass judgment on yourself because you feel like you're not doing the same or you're not doing it well enough. This was a massive one for me, especially at the beginning of my journey, because I would follow people online that are further ahead in their journey than I was, and really looking at them and thinking they've got it all figured out, they've got it all sussed out, they look super confident, they look like they're just churning content out with ease, they're just throwing programs out there or products and people buying them, they're selling out. And here's me at the beginning of my journey, and I'm not selling out my products, I'm not selling out my programs, people aren't engaging with my content, and I'd find that really frustrating. But what you end up doing, not only do you end up going down that comparison rabbit hole, which is not a good place to be, I promise you end up subconsciously taking action, making decisions and making choices in line with what you see on social media. If you want to create your own clothing line, but somebody that you see on social media is creating their own journals and they're saying it's selling out, it's selling out, it's selling out, then you're going to probably think, well, I should probably create journals too, because that works for them, that's selling out for them, and that's what I want to bring into my own business for myself. So the things that you really wanted to do, you end up self-sabotaging because of what you see online. Now, this isn't to say you should never scroll. I love a good scroll. I love seeing what people are up to, but make sure that you're able to have that space between you. Remember that what you see on social media isn't the full picture. What you see is a tiny little snippet of what that person has allowed you to see. There is so much more going on for them behind the scenes than you know. You might see them selling out their journals, but that could have taken them 5 years to create. That could have taken them 5 years to build a loyal fan base of people who they know would want to buy their journals. There is so much that you don't see, but it's so easy, and I've done it myself too. It's so easy to look at what people are doing online and you feel like you have to do the same thing. And this ultimately caused me to close my last business in its entirety end of 2021, because I found myself constantly making choices, taking action in line with what I saw on social media, in line with what I saw other people doing, people that I look up to, and I ended up being a shell of the person that I once was. I ended up starting to try and grow a business that wasn't in line with what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, and what lights me up. And when you don't do that, you end up basically trying to build a business for somebody else, not for you, not something you're excited about, not something you're passionate about. So if you are feeling like this mistake resonates with you, let me know in the comments below. This is something that you really truly can navigate through. You can do that, and you can really claw that control back. If this is something that you are experiencing and feeling right now, I really want you to go deep. I want you to remind yourself of why you started doing what you're doing in the first place. I want you to remember why you're so passionate about this particular thing. What is it going to enable you to do? What is it going to enable you to feel or be? Once you do this reflection exercise, it will bring you back to your own true purpose. And when you do that, it won't matter what anyone is doing on Instagram or on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook. It won't matter, because you've got your purpose and you're super passionate about it. And no matter what happens, you are so passionate about it, you will always stay true to who you are, what you want to be doing, how you want to be doing it, and what truly lights you up. One of the biggest mistakes that I ever made as an early entrepreneur is not feeling like I am worthy of the success. How many times have you updated your vision board and you've got all of the amazing pictures that represent your future vision that you want to make your current reality? You look at the money, you look at the home, you look at the family, you look at the lifestyle, and you think, that's so far from my current reality. Will it actually happen for me? When you have that kind of mindset, it's so detrimental to your decision making and your action taking. If you don't believe that you are worthy of the success, if you don't believe that you are worthy of making money, if you don't believe that the impact you know you can make, if you don't believe that it's worth sharing, then ultimately you're not going to completely go for it wholeheartedly. And that's something that I did, which was one of the mistakes that took me the longest to navigate through. So if this is something that resonates with you, I really want you to do something for me. In the comments below, in massive capital letters, I want you to type the words, I am worthy. I really want you to type it in capital letters to really get that passion into it, because you are worthy. You are worthy of the success that you desire to bring into your life. You are worthy of the impact that you know you can make. Your story is worth hearing. Your product is worth selling. All your offers are worth putting out there. Everything that you want to share in your content is worth putting out there. You are worthy of all the things that you want to bring into your life. And when you strongly believe that to your absolute core, I promise you, nothing will ever stop you. No amount of comparison or judgment or fear will stop you, because you know you deserve this. You know you are worthy of this. And I really want you to take this one home with you and really let it sink in. You are worthy of every single thing you want to bring into your life. If you haven't done it already, in the comments below, type the words in massive capital letters, I am worthy. So that is part 2 of this series, talking all about my biggest mistakes that I made as an early entrepreneur. I highly recommend watching this video, which is part 1 in this series, if you would like more content all around how to increase your own self-confidence and self-worth while building a life on your own terms, full of purpose and passion. Then make sure that you click on that subscribe button, because this is the type of content this channel is all about. So for now, I will love you and leave you and say thank you so much for watching this video. If you know anyone who would benefit from this video, please feel free to share this with them. Have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.